Are you ready?
Yeah.
You ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hey! Welcome to the Fields family. I'm Robert Field. This is Jackson Field. This is Holden Field. They're my boys. Thank you for throwing the pencil on the floor. No, you can keep it there, whatever. And we're here to predict Wild Card Weekend. And also, after Wild Card Weekend, we're going to give you our stone cold lock hard picks for the Super Bowl champion, right? Yeah. All right. So, first game of Wild Card Weekend, we have the Colts versus the Texans.
I have the Colts.
You have the Colts?
Because they have Andrew Luck. And Andrew Luck, the T.Y. Hilton, is real. At the beginning, in fantasy, I said T.Y. Hilton is inconsistent. I don't know if he's hurt. And he was hurt. But he is now healthy. And I think he is able to beat it to the Texans. Did you know he has averaged 133.3 yards per game versus the Texans in Houston? I bet you didn't, because you're probably touching Holden. Also, they have this great tight end called Eric Ebron. He has caught around 14, 15 touchdowns, and I think he's able to moss on any linebacker, any safety, any defensive player on the Texans. Also, in Week 15, they won in Houston 24-21. And also, Deshaun Watson, it's his first playoff game. And you're going to think that he won't feel any pressure for being Deshaun Watson's first playoff game. Did you know Andrew Luck actually went to the AFC Championship game? That was the Deflategate game. I have a lot to speak about this game because my dad, on the other hand, has differing opinions on me. And?
Whoa! Yes, I have differing opinions. I actually believe that this is Deshaun Watson and the Texans' year.
Me go.
You want to go?
Yeah.
Okay, you go.
I'm picking the Texans to win.
You are?
Yes. I think this is because on the Steelers, they have TJ Watt, and he's good. So I think his Bloodall can do good on the Texans. So that's why I'm picking the Texans.
Hey, listen, is there any other reason other than to say that we're going to pick the brother of a Steeler to win the game? Absolutely. That's a great reason. I actually have a different reason. I believe that this is Deshaun Watson's year. I think Deshaun Watson is going to have a better career and is going to be better than Cam Newton. I believe that Deshaun Watson is what drives this team. If you noticed last year, the Texans started losing when Deshaun went out. They started winning when Deshaun came in. I really believe that they will be able to overcome whatever stats this little one decided to shimmer about the Colts. And the Colts' luck has run out, and the Texans are going to win.
Nice pun there.
Thank you very much. The next game that we have in the evening, the Saturday night game, we have the Seattle Seahawks versus the Dallas Cowboys. Holden, what do you feel about that game?
I think
That's excellent thoughts you've had there. Excellent thoughts you've had there. And Jackson, what do you think?
I am going with...
I actually believe that the Seahawks are going to win this game. I do. The Seahawks are going to win because I believe that the Cowboys, their coaching is horrible.
Is it Seahawks and Cowboys?
It's the Seahawks at the Cowboys. The Seahawks are going to win. The Cowboys' coaching is horrible. They blow fourth quarter leads. The Seahawks' coaching is excellent. Russell Wilson is excellent at being able to come back. It's going to be a close battle, but ultimately at the end of the day, it's going to come to the team that knows how to win. And the Seahawks know how to win, and the Cowboys know how to lose. So I am going to pick the Seahawks to win tonight's game against the Cowboys. How do you feel about that?
Let me bring up some examples of when they don't blow fourth quarter leads. When they beat Atlanta with a game-winning field goal.
Ooh, the Falcons.
And which team won their division? The Cowboys?
Ooh, 9-7.
Yeah. So are the Seahawks.
Ooh, whatever.
Okay.
So I'm going with the Dallas Cowboys with their awesome defense, led by Leighton Vander Esch and Jalen Smith on the linebacker core. I think they can stop any running that Chris Carson can do. I think they're going to contain Russell Wilson, and he won't be able to find any of his targets. I also think the pass rush with DeMarcus Lawrence will be able to get there on time, and I think that their offense can still do things. They've just not been performing as well as people have liked. Players like Dak Prescott or, I don't know, Ezekiel Elliott can really do things. And don't even get me started about how the big playability of Amari Cooper can easily get them past the Seattle Seahawks. Oh yeah, and also...
So who are you picking, the Seahawks?
No. The Cowboys.
Oh, okay, so Jackson has the Cowboys.
Big
Holden, where are you going with this one?
I really don't know know anything about both teams, but I'm picking the Cowboys because I know that the Steelers next season have to play the Seahawks division. So I'm not going to pick a team that I know we're going to have to play. So that's why I'm picking the Cowboys.
All right, so Holden with excellent rationale. Don't want to pick a team where the Steelers are going to play. And he picked a team earlier today that his brother was on the team of the Steelers. So it looks like you're very Steeler focused for today. That's awesome. So Holden gets the Cowboys, Jackson gets Cowboys, and I am picking the Seahawks. So the first game on Sunday is going to be the Chargers versus the Ravens. I am going to go with the Chargers. Why am I going to go with the Chargers? Well, first things first, I do like Lamar Jackson. I do believe he's the quarterback for the future of the Ravens. I think that the Steelers did them a huge favor knocking out Joe Flacco for the season. All you Ravens fans, you should be thanking the Steelers for that, as we thanked you for knocking out, I think it was Tommy Maddox when we got Ben Roethlisberger in there. But in saying that, he's still just a rookie. The Chargers have seen him before. I believe that the Chargers will be able to overcome the Ravens. They really don't score a lot of points. It's really going to be a defensive Ravens team. And I just really think that the Chargers, coming back to the Ravens a second time around, will figure out what their problems are and will be able to beat the Ravens and move on to the divisional round.
Okay, I have 2 reasons why I think the Chargers are going to win. I think in Week 16, when the Ravens were at Chargers and won, the Chargers were just not at the top game. And I think the reason the Ravens won is because the Ravens are oh, they're such a bad team because they only play in a StubHub Center. So that's why I'm picking the Chargers to win.
Good reasons. Plus, the Steelers have to play the Ravens next year. Yeah, right. And you? What do you pick?
I am picking Baltimore. You're gonna say Lamar Jackson is gonna be the reason why they're gonna lose because he's a first playoff game. Let me give you some Ravens quarterbacks that won Super Bowl: Trent Dilfer, Joe Flacco. That's not good. They based their whole franchise and this team around defense. The Week 16 game, it was 22-10. And the only reason why the Chargers scored is because they got the ball on the 25-yard line after a fumble. That is no reason to be excited for a Charger fan. The score without that fumble is 9-3. And the score in the end would have not been as pretty as 22-10. Their defense is really well led by Terrell Suggs, the old man, shades of Ray Lewis. Ravens, I'm taking them, and they're going to win in a close game.
So Jackson, the Steelers stat man, in quoting all the stats, says it's going to be the Ravens. So we got the Ravens, Chargers. Awesome. Last game of Wild Card Weekend is Philadelphia at Chicago. I am going to go with Chicago in that game. I feel that I'm a big Mitch Trubisky fan. I'm going to be honest with you. I think that he does create action. I love the way he runs. I may not have liked him as a draft pick, but I do like him on how he's been playing this year and how he's developed as a quarterback. They have an excellent running game. They use Tariq Cohen very well. And that defense is stout with Khalil Mack in the middle. As much as I know that Nick Foles won a Super Bowl last year and is a decent quarterback to be able to engineer a game, I just don't really think the Eagles have enough to overcome this Chicago team in Chicago. And I'm going with the Bears on Sunday night.
I have one reason to go with the Bears. They are at home.
All right. And Bears at home. And Jackson, where are you going with
Now,
this?
I was born in 2006, but man, it's looking like 1985. Their defense is really good. Like, really good. Khalil Mack has been engineering this whole defense and just been sack after sack after interception after sack after forced tackle.
We do this
It's
in the
incredible.
NFL season.
Another thing that people will look at is how they're able to force people into throwing bad passes. Jared Goff, an MVP candidate before they played the Bears. There's been multiple occasions where he was getting frustrated and decided, instead of taking a check down to Todd Gurley to easily get 20 yards, he's deciding to throw it deep multiple times to get that big playability into a very short pocket. That's what they do to opposing quarterbacks. Any others, like Aaron Rodgers, like they did in that rivalry game in Soldier Field, they are able to do very well and able to stress out quarterbacks by only rushing 3 and still getting to the quarterback and forcing them to try and get a long pass, which will eventually
Do
be
you have a
intercepted.
prediction on this game?
And I think, from what I'm saying from the Bears are going to win.
All right, we finally have a unanimous decision that the Bears are going to win, which most likely means Eagle fans, you should be happy, because God only knows if we're going to be right. All right, guys, so that is Wild Card Weekend. For our special bonus, we have a Super Bowl pick. All right, Jackson, do you want to go first on who you feel is going to be in and win the Super Bowl?
I said Shades of 85, and I'm correct. I believe the Bears are going to win the Super Bowl because they have a great defense.
Against who? And who will
And against who? Yeah.
Against who? Well, nobody has able to proven to beat Tom Brady. And that'll stand. Because the only person able to beat Tom Brady in the playoffs have been Manning, Peyton, and Eli. Well, Peyton, not really, more like Von Miller. But they're not in the playoffs. Neither is Eli. So, I'm going to go with Tom Brady and the Patriots versus Khalil Mack and the Bears.
And the Bears are going to win.
And the Bears are going to win.
And the Bears are going to win. And Holden, how do you feel?
I feel the Bills and Patriots are going to be in the playoffs. And I know Jackson doesn't like when I copy his predictions, but for the same reason as Jackson, that's why.
Well, it's okay for brothers to copy each other, even though your older brother feels like it's bad, but whatever. I will not, because I'm going to be dad. I feel the Super Bowl will also be the Bears, but I also going to stick with the fact that I am on the Deshaun Watson bandwagon for this playoffs. It's going to be Chicago versus the Texans, and I feel that the Houston Texans will be Super Bowl champions this year when they beat Chicago in the Super Bowl. Everyone, I hope you enjoyed our Wild Card Weekend. We will be back for the divisional round playoffs. Do you have anything else you'd like to close with? Good. Do you have anything else you'd like to close with?
Steelers got rigged.
We always get rigged. Everyone, say goodnight. Good night.
It's 2 o'clock.